Welcome back to our channel. If you would want to help support our channel, please share it with your hobby friends. Additionally, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button so that you always receive the most up-to-date information from us. Ford Ranger XLT 2023-2024. All the information you need to know about the 2024 Ford Ranger. The market for midsize pickup trucks is going to undergo a significant transformation. Nissan has already demonstrated the newly redesigned Frontier to us. A new Chevrolet Colorado will be available very soon. And everyone is holding their breath for the new generation of the Toyota Tacoma. The all-new Ford Ranger, which should be available at dealerships the following year, is another pickup that has piqued our interest. When Ford originally unveiled the global model, it whetted our appetites significantly. The following information pertains to the Ford Ranger pickup truck that will be sold in the United States. We already have a good idea of how the Ford Ranger will appear because the automaker revealed the worldwide version of the Ranger back in November. The United States version ought to look almost exactly the same. A style that is boxier and more sculpted, which will be more fashionable for a modern pickup truck, will be the most noticeable alteration. Additionally, it will have design elements that visibly connect it to the newly redesigned F-150 and Maverick pickup trucks. We are aware that a Ford Ranger Raptor is on its way. The Ranger Raptor variant was not imported to the United States when the current generation of the Ford Ranger was brought back to production. But I'm here to tell you that's going to change. Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford, has announced that the Ranger Raptor would be available in the United States with the next version of the vehicle. It ought to be comparable to the international model that Ford disclosed in February. When it first went on sale, the Ford Global Ranger had a choice of 3 different engines. Because they were all diesels, it was highly improbable that any of them would be sold in the United States. As a result, there is not much of a preview available to use there. There is a good chance that Ford will use the same base engine that it uses in the Bronco for its next generation F-150, which is a turbocharged 2.3-liter inline-4. The twin-turbo V6 that will power the worldwide Ranger Raptor will be rated at 392 horsepower. We are willing to guess that the engine found in the American version will be the same. Will there be hybrid and electric motor options for the Ford Ranger? To this point, Ford has not confirmed anything. However, we are under the impression that both questions will be answered in the affirmative, if not immediately then at some point in the future. The fact that Ford plans to sell solely hybrid and electric vehicles in Europe by 2026 raises the possibility that the Ranger will be electrified. There have been reports of what look to be prototypes of the Ranger FEV being tested in Europe. There have been rumors that Ford and Volkswagen are working together to develop an electrified version of the Ranger pickup truck for 2025. It should be noted that Ford has also submitted a trademark application for the Ranger Lightning in Europe. Spy photographs of new Ford Rangers undergoing testing have been discovered by Ford Authority. The photos show what looks to be a Ranger undergoing testing with a bigger Super Crew cab and a longer 6-foot bed. In the current model, in order to have the longer bed, you are required to have the Super Cab configuration with the smaller cab. The announcement was made by Ford CEO Jim Farley, who stated that the Ranger and Ranger Raptor will be available in the United States in. Welcome back to our channel. If you would want to help support our channel, please share it with your hobby friends. Additionally, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button so that you always receive the most up-to-date information from us. Ford Ranger XLT 2023-2024. All the information you need to know about the 2024 Ford Ranger. The market for midsize pickup trucks is going to undergo a significant transformation. Nissan has already demonstrated the newly redesigned Frontier to us. A new Chevrolet Colorado will be available very soon. And everyone is holding their breath for the new generation of the Toyota Tacoma. The all-new Ford Ranger, which should be available at dealerships the following year, is another pickup that has piqued our interest. When Ford originally unveiled the global model, it whetted our appetites significantly. The following information pertains to the Ford Ranger pickup truck that will be sold in the United States. We already have a good idea of how the Ford Ranger will appear because the automaker revealed the worldwide version of the Ranger back in November. The United States version ought to look almost exactly the same. A style that is boxier and more sculpted, which will be more fashionable for a modern pickup truck, will be the most noticeable alteration. Additionally, it will have design elements that visibly connect it to the newly redesigned F-150 and Maverick pickup trucks. We are aware that a Ford Ranger Raptor is on its way. The Ranger Raptor variant was not imported to the United States when the current generation of the Ford Ranger was brought back to production. But I'm here to tell you that's going to change. Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford, has announced that the Ranger Raptor would be available in the United States with the next version of the vehicle. It ought to be comparable to the international model that Ford disclosed in February. When it first went on sale, the Ford Global Ranger had a choice of 3 different engines. Because they were all diesels, it was highly improbable that any of them would be sold in the United States. As a result, there is not much of a preview available to use there. There is a good chance that Ford will use the same base engine that it uses in the Bronco for its next generation F-150, which is a turbocharged 2.3-liter inline-4. The twin-turbo V6 that will power the worldwide Ranger Raptor will be rated at 392 horsepower. We are willing to guess that the engine found in the American version will be the same. Will there be hybrid and electric motor options for the Ford Ranger? To this point, Ford has not confirmed anything. However, we are under the